welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Tori and today I have my A to Z for 2020 Project Pan update number 2. So this is a Pantastics Ladies collab. The master list and creators will be listed down below as always. This started on the 1st of January and will end December 31st. So I do not have any empties from the last update or any goals hit, but that is okay. We're just going to go through it in order and talk all about it. First, I have my Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. My goal is to finish this. At the moment, this is what it looks like. It does not have any type of pan. I've used it 5 times since the last update. I was focusing on a yellow setting powder, but now I have been using this. It has not changed in weight. It still weighs 45 grams. Next one, I was really trying to get done in time for this update, but it has not happened yet. This is the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lip in Chrysanthemum. On the side, where is it? Yeah, it's gaping a lot. I've used it 28 times since the last update. It went down 1 gram. It now weighs 27. I think it has a couple more uses left and then it should be done. There's not that much in here. Yeah, there's a lot of gaping. So hopefully by the next update this is finally done. I have a feeling it should be and would be. Next, I have my limecrime lip liner in Drew. This is what it currently looks like. I've only used Drew twice since the last update and it still weighs 4 grams. So I need to start wearing lip liner again. I've been not wearing lip liner, like even today I don't, so I need to pick that habit back up. Next, I have from the Urban Decay and Basquiat palette, this is the Gold Groit palette, the shade Enigma, which is this top one. My goal is to hit pan. I've used Enigma 4 times. This palette has gone down 5 grams. I've been also trying to pan this. I've been using this shade a lot. I have been reaching for this one. So I've gotten use out of it. Don't know where the 5 grams came out of, but it happened because my first weight was 179 and it's now 174. So that somehow happened. Not gonna question it too much. Next, I have from my Tarte Pro palette the shade Fierce. I've only used Fierce once. This is what it looks like. My goal is to completely finish off Fierce. If you don't know, this was my pan that palette for last year. And the palette has gone down 1 gram, so it's now 253 grams instead of 254. So that is very exciting. I have been reaching for the other shades. I reached for that one yesterday. I'm trying to finish off this one in my own time, but there's so many shadows I'm working on that if it's not in a project, I'm most likely not wearing it. Next, I have the Fenty mini lipstick in Griselda. I've used this only once since the last update, and this is what it looks like. And this still weighs 9 grams. Yeah, I need to pick up the usage on that little guy. Next, from the Urban Decay Naked palette, I have the shade Hustle. My goal is just to hit pan and Hustle. I've used it 3 times since the last update, and this palette still weighs 147 grams. I have been liking Hustle, but I'm panning a lot of dark browns at the moment, so I haven't focused on it yet, and I remembered that like lower lash line eyeshadow's a thing again, so I've been focusing a lot with that, which has been so far successful because it helped me hit pan in something really quick. But once I'm through the shade I'm using that for now, maybe I'll switch to Hustle next to finish it out and like get that one done, because I know that's a hard goal, but I don't know yet. It's all up in the air. This one I've been loving using. This is from the Limecrime Venus palette, the shade Icon. Icon has a nice dip. The goal is just to hit pan because it's giant. I am going to try to hit pan in the center because I've been really liking this brown color. I've used it only 5 times since the last update, and it still weighs 143 grams. And then I have reached for these two, but they're also, these two are my 101s, and I have reached for this. Yeah, I'm just really happy I'm finally getting use out of this palette, and I'm enjoying the palette, because there was a time where I regretted getting it. Next, I have the Jordana Chromatic Peach Lip Gloss. I've used this 4 times since the last update, and it still weighs 21 grams. I do really like this, but I need to remember, like, I could have put it on today because it would match with this lip, but I need to start remembering that because I do really like it. Next, I have one of my Brija cosmetic shadows, and Know It, Don't Blow It. This is what it looks like. I've used it only once, but it's gone down 2 grams. I did use it a lot in the look I did use it with. It's now 4 grams instead of being 6 grams, so that's kind of amazing. Next, I have the LA Colors Liquid Lip in Vixen. I've used Vixen only once, and Vixen still weighs 27 grams, so there's not much to say about that. Next, I have from the Anti-Vaxxer the shade Meow. My goal is to hit pan, and I only used Meow once. I've been focusing a lot on purples, not really pinks, so downfall, but it's okay. Next, I have from the Subculture palette the shade New Wave. This is what New Wave looks like. My goal is to completely finish New Wave, and I've used New Wave, where's my numbers? Only twice since the last update. It has not gone down in weight. It still weighs 190 grams, but I really want to hit pan in it soon because I do need to hit pan in it for my 101 pans. Next, I have the ABH Aurora Glow Kit, the shade Orion. My goal is going to be to hit pan. I have not used it since the last update, but it did go down a gram. I did reach for Lyra, and I reached for Eclipse because Eclipse is my favorite in this palette. So the palette itself so far went down a gram, which is nice, but I haven't touched Orion, so need to do that. Next, I have the Lorac Mega Pro 4 palettes, and the shade in this project is the shade Plum. This is what Plum looks like. My goal is to completely finish off Plum. This whole palette still weighs the same. It's 258 grams, which is kind of depressing because I'm using this palette today, and as you can see, I do have a lot of pan and stuff in it. But I did not use Plum since the last update, which is sad, but sometimes that just happens in the beginning. You know, I gotta get in the groove of everything. Next, I have these from the Too Faced Natural Matte Palette, the shade Risque. This is Risque. My goal is to hit pan. Let's see. I only used Risque twice since the last update. I am wearing it today, but it doesn't count for this update. And this palette still weighs 118 grams. I do really like this, but I know this palette's going to take a long time because this is packed even tighter than harder. Oh God. Than the Naked formula, so that's gonna take a long time. Let's see. Next, I have my Urban Decay eyeliner in Rockstar. This is what it currently looks like. I've used it 5 times since the last update, and it still weighs 7 grams. I've been really enjoying it. I do need to use it more. I've been focusing on my lower lash line and not my upper lash line, so I need to start using this again because I really do like it. Next, I have my Pixi and Aspen Ovard highlighter in Santorini Sunrise. My goal is to use half of this, and I've used it 11 times since the last update. As you can see, oh, so reflective. As you can see, I have pan there, and I'm focusing from like here to the side, and yeah, let's see. My numbers did not go down. It still weighs 38 grams. But yeah, this is a really nice highlighter. At the moment, I'm trying to hit a usage goal on a different highlighter that I've been using as a base, so I haven't been reaching for this one as much as I did in the like first update, but I'm not too worried about it. Next, I have my Tarte Captivating Blush. So this has a usage goal of 50. This is what it currently looks like. And since the last update, I only used it once. So I believe this has 48 uses left. I don't have my notebook exactly in front of me, but I do have tallies of how many more times I have to use it. So I haven't reached for it that much. It has 47 grams. I've noticed that I'm really close to hitting pan on a blush. So I've been focusing on that blush instead of this one. Which is not ideal, but it's understandable. It's okay. Next, I have another thing from the Subculture palette, and it is the shade Untamed. Untamed also has a 50 usage goal, which is crazy for this shade. I did use the shade once since the last update, so it has 49 uses left. Like I said before, this palette still weighs 190. Yeah, I gotta start getting creative with this shade because I don't know what to do with it. So that needs to happen. Next, from the Urban Decay Naked palette, I have the shade Virgin. Virgin's goal is to use half, so I'm gonna probably go here and down. Let's see, I used Virgin 17 times since the last update. Like I said before, the palette still weighs 147 grams. I'm trying to hit side pan first and then go across. Next, I have the Brija Cosmetics Woogity shadow. This is what it looks like. I only used it once, so that sucks. And this one still weighs 6 grams. So I guess her matte formula is lighter, or I just used more. I don't know. It doesn't look like I used more, but maybe I did. Next, I have the Urban Decay lipstick in Expedition, and I only used this once. This still weighs 23 grams. So yeah, I need to pick up my use on this because this is old. Next, I have my other usage goal, which is from the Urban Decay Cherry palette, and it is the shade Young Love. I only use Young Love once. I think I have 48 uses left in Young Love, and this palette still weighs 223 grams. Yeah, even though this is one of my favorite palettes, I just haven't reached for it because I'm so focused on getting my numbers down for 101 pans that like stuff like this is kind of like, I'm thinking about it now as it's ridiculous. I shouldn't have made that goal that high because I really need to finish 101 pans like as soon as possible. And then the last item, I have the Laura Geller Life Glows On Highlighter Palette in the shade French Fizz. My goal is going to be to hit pan. I do have some texture. Oh, I do have some texture, as you can see. It's going to be really hard to hit pan. I think I'm probably going to end up like using up the whole shadow in order to hit pan, unless I start using it as an eyeshadow. So I need to start looking at that. I did use it 4 times since the last update, and it still weighs 55 grams. So that is a problem and something I need to think about. But yeah, this was my A to Z project pan. For our next update, I definitely want to get Chrysanthemum done. I would like to have some more progress on one of the eyeshadows, or like hit pan on one of them, or like, you know, just be close. But I do need to pick up my usage on my 50s goals, because if I don't start getting a little bit more use now, the 3rd month into the year, I'm just going to save them till December and be mad at myself. So yeah, that's how this is currently going. I have been really enjoying everything, which is a great plus, but just need to figure out a really good system. But yeah, if you like me, or you like Project Pants, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that jazz. And peace out, Girl Scout.